Hey, I want to ask one thing. Like before I forget, there's one thing.
Yeah.
Because I always forget some shit in an interview. I never want to forget this one. Can you please pull up the 2000 and maybe '02 or '03 CR250? I really need to know what's going on with these handlebars. Do you when you look at this?
No, I know what it looks like. It's embarrassing. It's so embarrassing.
No, we need a photo first. That video though is so sick. We will watch that after. When you were talking about you'd just ride your style no matter what, and you just like make the bike work. Like what was doing with these handlebars? You know how many people? Yeah, that's a good one there. I think get that thing full screen.
You like that,
Brother?
You know what's crazy? So when you look at that, I want you to take a moment, okay? I want you to take a moment. But look how high the bars are compared to where the lowest part of the seat is. So I had to roll them back. Imagine if I had them up, like just level with the forks. Imagine how high it would have been. Trust me, I didn't like that. Like,
what did that do to the motorcycle?
It didn't do anything. I thought it made it turn better. Actually, I felt more comfortable, especially in the flat corners and stuff like that. It didn't. I'm sure it had some negative effect on it, but it had a positive effect too. You know what the positive effect was? I was comfortable with him like that, and it made the throttle go. Right?
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I love that, dude.
That you love it.
I love that.
Why do you like it? Why?
I don't know. No
dude,
one,
look at those things.
No one does anything like that anymore.
Dude, that's
pathetic. That's the last time some crazy shit ever got done on a motorcycle.
Look at that, dude. That's pathetic.
That's one of the sexiest bikes of all time, though. You think?
It was good, yeah. It was sexy.
Just the red, the show up, dude. I had like pictures of that on my wall. That bike. That was it.
It's like got good curbside appeal.
It does.
Curbside appeal.
It really does.
Yeah. That was a good bike. It was short lived though because that whole electronic power valve system that they had.
They should have never gone to that. I think you talked
to Lars about it, right? It was, yeah. So I remember leading up to the 2004 Supercross Championship or Supercross season. It's like early September, mid-September, and we were trying to like figure this thing out going into 2004. And they had the 4-stroke there that afternoon, and they had flown the big boss over from Japan. And I remember Osho was there and quizzing the guy and telling him what we needed and what we're looking for, blah, blah, blah. And he basically told John, he's like, we're never going to be able to get the engine the way that you want it. If you want to have that style of power, low RPM pickup and responsive like the YZ, you should probably consider racing the 4-stroke because that will give you the power that you want. Really good low-end torque, responsive. And so I rode the 450 in the afternoon, and it was awesome, dude, like instantly. And I know the conditions were more favored for the 4-stroke out here.
Yeah.
But it was like I was a second and a half faster. Yeah, it was good. It was awesome. So that was on a Friday. Everybody did an audible. We're like, all right, I was supposed to go home. Did an audible. Hey, we're going to meeting up at Castillo Ranch on Monday, and we're going to start testing on the 450 because we didn't want anyone to know. And I went out there, made some laps, and my knee popped out in midair. I pulled off, and they didn't even know my ACL was torn. I was going to try to just limp it through, get a Supercross championship, and then not race 2004 outdoors. And this happened. Actually, the story I'm telling you happened right before Thanksgiving, so it was mid-November.
No way. That was going to be my next question. Was like when you actually did your knee.
That was mid-November.
So had you done your ACL before that?
I did my ACL The beginning of September. Yeah.
Did they know that?
Nope, they didn't know.
Man, how different the history books look if you raced that season and skipped outdoors. That summer made me love motocross.
Really?
More than anything ever.
You know what's crazy is like those times that I went undefeated. Dude, I never even like planned to go undefeated. Like, who the hell does that? Like, I never said no. I'm like, it was like one race at a time. I need to be here, here, here. I had these certain markers where I wanted to be throughout the season, but I never got too far ahead of myself. But like each weekend, I'm like, well, going into the weekend, I'm like, well, this weekend could be the weekend that I don't win. Maybe some dude figures it out, but I'm going to go there and not fall, get a good start, put myself in good positions, blah, 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 all that race strategy BS. And it just ended up going that way.
How much motivation did you have for that outdoor season because of the knee? You watched Chad win, and then there's like the chatter that, he won't be able to come back. Like, I remember, because this was back in the day, like I was the kid that I knew the day.
This is before we met.
Way before. Yeah, I would know the day that Racer X came out and hit the newsstands.
Right.
And I would ride my BMX bike and I would sit in the back of the news agency and I would read the articles. And you'd read like, Ricky Carmichael, like he's going to struggle to come back from the knee injury. Like it's, Chad Reed's going to be the guy. Like, was there even any of that motivation coming from that, or it just nothing changed?
That is a great question. I love how you do your homework. So it's like you think about that process and what that was like for me. That was a bittersweet one because I knew how good that CRF 450 was, and to this day, it was one of the best bikes that I ever raced at the professional level, and I knew I was leaving it, going to Suzuki, and I didn't get to ride the Suzuki before I signed because my knee was still banged up. So, and then like Suzuki put a drop date to where like if you don't sign a contract, we're pulling it. I'm like, dude, like I just love to ride. So like I was paying attention. I talked. And I knew kind of like the engine package they had, and I was listening, watching, and compared to the YZ, it was really close. I knew if I could just be on something similar to what Chad was on, I'd have a really good shot of beating him, if everything worked out right, based on what I think I was lacking in 2003. So anyhow, like that season was kind of a blur, the 2004 MX Championship, just because I was obviously focused on winning that championship. But it wasn't like a redemption tour or anything like that. It was like, okay, let's get this championship. And then I was already focused on 2005.
If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. And to listen to the full 3-hour podcast, search Gypsy Tales in your favorite podcast platform or click the link in the description below. Gypsy Gang.